And we go racing for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Good launch for Max Verstappen, and immediately they're going to go wheel to wheel. Side by side they go into turn one. Will we go 3 wide in there? Verstappen has the inside line.
Hello Formula One fans, welcome to Formula Pun Racer. Today is July 27th, 2023. Today's video we will speak of the track that's as tight and twisty as a Rubik's Cube, so grab yourself a plate full of goulash as I review the Hungarian Grand Prix, which took place back on the 23rd of July. You would think, with Red Bull driver Max Verstappen being as dominant as he has been all year round, would he take pole? As a matter of fact, no. It turns out Lewis Hamilton of England in his Mercedes was on pole, just barely beating Max Verstappen to top spot, so Max started second. But when the lights went out and away they went, can you imagine if Red Bull would charge? They pretty much did. They got the highest stakes, all right, and took over the lead from Lewis Hamilton on the very first corner of the first lap. Further back in the field, Alfa Romeo driver Zhou Guanyu of China, who started 5th, didn't have a great start as his car almost stalled, as his car then went into anti-stall. So in his attempt to regain lost ground, he was just a little too fast in the first corner of that first lap and ended up rear-ending Daniel Ricciardo's AlphaTauri, who in turn caused a chain reaction that put the both Alpine Renault drivers of Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly out of the race. Pretty unfortunate. Sacre bleu. I'm sorry that this must be very frustrating for all you French F1 fans of Ocon, Gasly, and Alpine Renault in particular. And suffice to say, the Aston Martin F1 racing team didn't fare much better despite promises that Hungary would be a track suited for the car with tight, twisty corners and short stretches. Unfortunately, they didn't fare much better either. They've both finished in the points. Unfortunately, the last finishing points, 9th and 10th. Ow!
What'd you say?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty painful for Aston Martin, especially when they had high hopes Hungary would suit their cars, only for those plans to backfire drastically. As a result of finishing 9th and 10th, they scored only 3 points, which means that the gap between them and Mercedes for second place has expanded to 39 as a result of Mercedes finishing 4th and 6th. Ferrari didn't fare much better, Leclerc finishing 7th and Carlos Sainz Jr. finishing 8th. When all was said and done, oh boy, history was to be made at this race, because once again, Max Verstappen won the race, taking his 7th race win in a row, 33 seconds ahead of Lando Norris in his McLaren. And with this being Red Bull's 12th race win in a row this year, it shatters the old record in 1988 of the most consecutive race wins by one team, McLaren Honda, in 1988, who took 11 race wins in a row, the longest held until this year by Red Bull. As a result of Prost and Senna driving for McLaren, winning all but one race that year, you can imagine this would be Senna's first of 3 championship victories. The only non-McLaren victory in 1988 went to Ferrari at Italy.
Fascinating.
No doubt about it, this definitely expands Max Verstappen's championship lead. He's untouchable, all right. And as for third, Sergio Perez, Max's teammate, finished third. But for those of you who are probably sick and tired of Max's dominance, there was a bit of accidental karma heading Max's way, but of minor significance. Because when Lando Norris broke open his bottle of champagne to spray, he accidentally knocked over Max's victory trophy. Oh boy. And it cost the people who made it, called Herend, H-E-R-E-N-D, $40,000. Oh, no doubt a lot of hearts were broken because a lot of hours and money were put into making that beautiful trophy. But they have planned to make a new one for Max in due time, and no doubt Lando apologized. Pretty disappointing, though. But for those of you who are tired of Max's constant dominance, there's a little consolation prize for you. Well, that's it for the Hungarian Grand Prix review. The next round of F1 takes place this Sunday in Belgium, so get some chocolates ready. Although I wouldn't be too keen on tuning in because I hear that at this point the weather in Belgium doesn't seem to be very good. it might turn out to be just like 2021, a rain washout that will keep the drivers from racing. Rain tires or no, it might be too dangerous, but we'll see what happens. Let us just pray that the rain stops in due time, and we'll see what happens. But no matter what goes on, Max Verstappen has been issued a 5-position starting penalty because of change in his gearbox. So who knows how that might tip the scales for some other drivers in that race, if it even goes ahead. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe to Formula Pun Racing. Hopefully the next video will be much more humorous and full of wonderful news to talk about. Oh, and other news before I go. Otmar Szafnauer is leaving Alpine Renault at the end of the Belgian Grand Prix. I don't know why offhand, but I just found out this morning. So let's look into it and see what happens. I'm Aaron Cylinder, firing on all cylinders.